Shannon and Corey Ether and Willie Neal and Taco. They're all coming. Just gonna party. We're interviewing anybody. We're just gonna get drunk like we do every year on our anniversary with the same damn people because that's what we do.
I do that every week.
You're gonna drive, Stace, because I'm not gonna be able to.
Got the perfect car for us both. And the seats.
How was your week? How was Halloween? Dude, we had Halloween for 4 days. That was the best Halloween ever, by the way. What'd you do?
So I couldn't celebrate because the Muslim doesn't celebrate it.
Oh, fuck the Muslim.
I keep saying the same thing. He doesn't do that either.
He doesn't have sex. I know. He doesn't drink. Yeah. He doesn't have sex. It's
so
like
it
the
was
most
just
boring relationship.
It was just the most basic.
So what are you guys doing? Like, are you just like hanging out, watching Netflix? What the fuck's happening?
How was your week?
Ooh, she's not even gonna tell. My week was awesome. I bought all of the candy yesterday for 50% off, and somebody yelled at me and said that I should wait and go like this weekend. I'm like, this weekend it'll be leftover like dum suckers. Like, no, I'm not waiting until the week. You have to go. Like, I'm a professional. You have to go the next day after Halloween to get your 50% off. Because if you wait for the 75 and the 90, that's like Tootsie Rolls and shit. Like, I mean, I like Tootsie Rolls, but like the bad fucking shit. Like, no, I want the good shit the next day.
See, I guess I'm cheap. I bought candy today and I was like, what the fuck? This shit's still $4. I thought it was supposed to be like $1.
What, for the Halloween
candy?
You didn't get 50% off?
Yeah, it was. It was still $4.
Okay, well, mine was like we're not talking about how much my candy was. I went a little crazy. My kid got in the car and I dropped her off. I
thought we were done with the candy.
No, wait. I dropped her off and she was like, Mom, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I went to the store. She's like, Mom, you cannot. But my kid's 16. She doesn't trick or treat anymore. So what's a girl to do, right? All right. Well, guess what, Stace?
What's up, my friend?
She was going to say the N-word to me, but she knows I'm right. We have Deen Akbar in the building for the very first time ever on Determined Radio, and I'm super stoked. Welcome to Determined Radio.
Thank you. I'm highly appreciated.
I am so excited that you were here. So I met him. The little story is I met him this past Saturday at an event that was called
the Bossing Up event.
Thank God he knew. Okay, good. And so I went up to him and I was like, this is Mini Twista. Like, for people that don't know, this man could rap faster than I could talk, which is fast. So I was like, I have to go talk to him. Like, I need to go up to him. And then we started chatting, and I was like, I need you on my show. And so we wound up working out the date, and here he sits. Let's go. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm Deen Akbar, the rap god, born and raised from the south side of Chicago, Auburn, Gresham area. Been rapping all my life.
In my brain, I thought you were a West Sider, but okay, we're gonna go South Side.
South Side, born and raised.
Okay, South Side. All right. So tell everybody, when did you start getting into music? Like, when was the beginning? Not when you were seriously in it, but what was the beginning that made you go into being a serious artist?
I got an older brother. He's about like 7 to 8 years older than me. So he used to just listen to a lot of No Limit, a lot of Eminem, Ludacris, Tupac, Nas, Wu-Tang, and a lot of different hip-hoppers that I wasn't really in tune with or didn't hear much. So I just started grasping to the hip-hop essence as a shorty, about 8 years old. That's when I wrote my first verse. But listening to No Limit, Tupac, Nas, and Wu-Tang, and Biggie, and everybody, Twista, Bone Thugs, Busy, everybody. So from the golden age. So that's how my journey started.
Okay, so you were 8. That was your first verse. You were 8. Do you
Correct.
remember it at all?
Yeah.
You do?
What was it?
Oh, the verse, I don't remember the verse, but I remember the moment.
Okay. So you don't remember the verse.
No.
You didn't write it down?
What was the moment?
Yeah.
Granny's was alive, cooking steak, peas, and rice at the kitchen. So I was just sitting there at the table, just vibing to an instrumental. I forgot what it was. I think it was a Twista beat or something. And in my brain, I just had bars, and I just started writing. So that was like my actual first time picking up a pen and going to the paper.
So is that your creative process? Are you still like that? Are you still writing it?
Oh yeah, I write it in off the topic.
Okay.
So, like, how'd you get your name?
In 2010, it wasn't going really good for me in Chicago as far as the streets, my household, with my parents, my friends, relationships, and everything of that nature. So my older cousin, that his name was Ronell Seattle, passed away on my birthday this year on July the 30th. He got murdered in Tacoma. So he paid for a bus ticket for me to go out there in Tacoma just to visit the family and get away from Chicago. It was the intention was to go out there and do my music because he knew how much I love the craft. So he had connects where Ludacris was at the Tacoma Dome, where I was going to get up in there and perform and open up for him. But that didn't happen. Um, Granny passed away. Had a baby on the way with my ex-Mexican. So
With my ex-Mexican.
yeah, you know, like I
Just slid that in like nothing.
like I'm an experiencer, so I like going different places and I like experiencing and expanding my brain. I'm not one track minded and I don't like staying put in a box.
I could tell. Yeah, that's me. So what's
So,
your what sign are you?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have thought that at all.
That's what my mom is, and I hate her.
Oh, damn! Wow. You better watch out for Stacy then. Wow.
So I took the trip out there and that was the intention. But I ended up finding something way better than what I was even going through in life and I found Islam. So I actually took my Shahada down there and his sheik was my sheik. And that's how I got the name Deen Akbar.
Wow. What do you have to say about that, Stace?
I don't know. I'll show my Muslim love live tonight.
Wow. She's got a boyfriend. He's Muslim. He doesn't drink or have sex. Do you drink or have sex?
No, I don't drink. And yeah, I'm human. So
Yeah,
yes,
he's
I do.
human. See, so your Muslim's full of shit. Yeah, you better have a conversation with that man.
I feel like at the end of the day, Allah, the Most High, Creator, Source, what a Black Jesus, Buddha, whatever anybody want to call it, I feel like it's all the same source and it's lining up with the same source. So Allah knows our heart.
How did you get back to Chicago then? What made you come back?
My granny passed away and my ex-baby mama, she was kicked out on the streets and my mama took her in.
The Mexican.
Yeah. 'Cause I went to school with Mexicans. I got kicked out of 3 different high schools.
Oh
and
my
the
lord!
4th
Why'd you
year,
get kicked out of 3 different high school? What'd you do?
Why do you have to do something?
Because he did stuff.
That's the
You
problem
just
with
get
white
kicked out
people.
of 3 different high schools.
growing up in a broken home area or the poverty, the struggle, a lot of people don't bear witness and they don't actually know what's going on unless they in it. Even though I had 2 parents in the household, like it still was a struggle. So nothing came easy for me in life. And all I was around was what you normally hear and what you see every day. So that's why I don't blame certain rappers for telling their stories, but I blame them for not being responsible for telling their message.
Why
But
is that?
what is it?
No, why is that? Why do you feel that?
You have to be responsible. People listening to you, you're an influence. I'm a hip hopper. People look up to me, the kids, the grown folks. A lot of people even my team. So I have to be the right one and I have to guide them the correct way as I should be guided. So I would never tell my team anything that's erroneous or that could destroy our building. And everybody should be like that as artists. Because everybody play a role in it.
Yeah, that's dope.
So, like, when did you feel like you started taking responsibility for the things you did? Like, when did it start kicking in for you?
I didn't just have a father, but I had a real father. And he was always in my life. So I was always guided and disciplined through my father. I just made myself choice to learn the streets and be a part of it. But I'm here now and I maintain through it. So I feel like as you go through the fire, if you're willing to learn and build from it, then that's the only way you're going to be able to prosper and go move forward.
Tell people that don't know. Like, I like calling you Mini Twister because you are that good, if not maybe better. Sorry. But
Appreciate that humbly.
how did that happen? How did you learn how to rap that fast? Because tell us how many words can you do in like a minute? I remember you saying something.
I can do maybe 55 to 65 per 10 seconds.
It's insane.
55 to 65 syllables per 10 seconds.
Insane.
I haven't reached 100 yet, but that's my
Do you
aim
practice?
and that's my goal.
Like, how did you get to that?
Get It Wet was when I first heard Twister.
Okay.
And I never heard no artist like that before in my life as a shorty growing up. So that was a rapper that I adapted to and I said, this is different. And I wanted to incorporate my own rhythm and my own cadence and style. Pardon, body. So I just then started listening to him and I heard his first album, Adrenaline Rush. And I heard how he came about it and everything was so Chicago about it because I seen it growing up. And I said to myself, I want to be the next one up in that Guinness World Record book. I want to be the next one behind him, if not near him or however it go.
Do you feel like he's underrated?
Um, in senses he is, in senses he are, but not really. A
Not
lot
in
of
Chicago,
people,
but I'm saying like go
yeah,
outside Chicago.
worldwide, the
Worldwide,
masses.
he's underrated.
Yeah, I feel like the work that he doing with a lot of these features and a lot of the people, even Jay-Z, he got plugs with a lot of different sources that's connected to this industry to where he can actually get a base through that. So I feel like that's another part of staying relevant in the game as well. He's connected to a lot of people.
He is. And so you did a show, and you opened up for him.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that. You won a show. You won it?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
Um, Shout out to my brother Nico, 28, spitting bars competition. It was in Joliet at Eden's Bar, I think. It was a competition that was going on. I'm not sure how I came across it, but me being a seeker of hip hop outlets, I came across it, and I paid my bread to enter and pay for the slot. And I went in there and I did what I usually do, and I came out on top as usual.
Crazy. How many people? How many people were in there? How many did you
Uh,
beat?
the building, the capacity had about at least 80 to 100
How
people.
many people did you beat out?
I think it was 9 other competitors, if not 11.
Yeah.
It was 10 or 12.
So they voted and you won.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what happened?
I went to Cincinnati, Ohio the following week, and I brought my team with me.
Very cool. Did they pay
You
for
said
that?
a week?
Yeah, a week later.
In the week, the following week.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, the following week after I won the Sunday, then I went that following Saturday.
And then
Yeah.
you opened. You were the opening act for Twister. And did you get to meet him?
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Oh. No.
At least he heard you and y'all were in the same room, though.
Yeah, I mean,
A
you
lot
think
of
that
people
hurt
say he
me.
did
Yeah.
hear me, and a lot of people said that he heard me. So
Yeah.
I believe 100% that I'm pretty sure he heard me.
Yeah.
What did you perform when you went up?
He actually wasn't there when me and my team had got there because I'm always early as usual. So I was like one of the 4 out of the 4 first people to go up on the opening acts, and they put me at number 3. Didn't expect to be at number 3. I thought I was gonna be in the middle towards the end, but I was the first Chicago opening act. So by that time, I didn't focus on if he was there or not. When they called my name, I just went up on stage.
What was the crowd's reaction? Were they all like, okay, we're at a Twister show, and this guy sounds like amazing. Like you know what I mean? You're a mini him. Like, what was reaction? Did you get any feedback from anybody around there?
Yeah, I got a lot of feedback. You know, every time that I perform, I put on a show for everybody. So
Yeah, you did.
a lot of people just draw to me. You know what I'm saying?
I drew
personally.
right to you. I was literally sitting there with Giuliani, and me and him looked at each other, and we were both like, what the fuck just
wasn't-
happened? What the
I wasn't
fuck?
appreciate
invited.
it.
No, you weren't. What the fuck?
Humbly
And I looked at
appreciate
BD, and I was just like, is this coming? Is it happening? And he's like running around. Like, he's not just like standing there, but like he's literally like into the crowd. He like would get down to like your level, and like like he is moving. Like, that's so important because artists don't do that. They stand there and they look stupid.
Correct.
You know what I mean? That you
Correct.
actually perform, which is a big thing because a lot of people, 95% of them don't. So, you know.
That's a big thing with being an
Everybody
artist
got
as well.
up. Everybody stood up on top of that. People were like sitting in chairs, and everybody was standing up. Like, he had the crowd going. That's huge. That's huge.
I get that action. I get that reaction just about every time I do a show.
Well, you're not like everybody else. You have your own lane. So that's
Correct.
really important too.
Correct.
Like, you have your own lane. There's nobody that I've heard like you. Nobody.
Correct.
That is that fast. That, like, I mean, it was also a contest show, and Giuliani goes, all right, well, contest is over. We can all leave now. Like, that's what he said, like, to me. So that's what I'm saying is that you have your own lane, and that is such an important thing. And I was just talking to somebody today, actually, about that. And I'm like, everyone wants to sound the same. Everybody sounds the same shit, the same shit over and over. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm sure she's tired of it. It's the
I'd
same
stop
shit.
going to shows because
Yeah, because
one
it's
of the
boring
reasons.
because it's usually it's the same shit. So, and I had to go to that show because, you know, she's such an amazing supporter of mine, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for a little bit.
Shout out to
you
my
know,
sister
yeah.
Aisha.
Yeah, and I'm
Love
like, I'm
you.
gonna go for a little
Put
bit,
together
you
a
know,
dope
because
event.
you know I'm gonna go and show support, and I wound up staying for way longer than I thought I was going to, you know. And it was a really fun night. It was a really fun day.
It was definitely
It was
lit
really
that
fun.
night.
Yeah,
Everybody
it
did
was.
their thing up on
Yeah.
there.
Shout out to DJ Cornbread. That was his name, DJ Cornbread.
DJ Cornbread.
DJ
Shout out to DJ
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
We
I
were
like
dying.
the way you mix my set.
We were dying, yeah. And LSC was like hosting, and she was running around like a
Shout
chicken.
out to LSC, my
she
sister.
Is so funny.
I love my sister, Joe.
Oh my God. I told her, I said to her, I'm like, you need to host more shows because you are so good at it. Like,
She's
running
definitely
around,
a great
she's
host.
going up to the vendors, she's talking to them.
I inboxed her that, told her
so
she's
good.
an excellent host.
Yeah, she killed that. She killed that.
Everybody was there. Via Drex, Cash,
Yep.
Nino,
Yeah, Cash
King
is amazing.
Youngin.
Yeah.
Everybody did their thing. I can't remember everybody's name, but I try to remember as many as possible because I want to give flowers to everybody for even just doing that.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of A&R in there and stuff. It was cool. It was super fun. She did a great job. There was a lot of vendors, way more than the food
Yeah,
was
it's
killer.
definitely a lot of vendors.
Lots of food vendors too. Okay, so I'm ready for some music because I need to hear something. We need to hear something because I need to show you off real quick. So Stacy hasn't heard it yet, so we need to show you off. So we're gonna do 2 songs. One you're gonna stay here. You're just gonna hang out and he's gonna fake perform for y'all, and then the last song you're gonna get up and you're gonna perform. So we're gonna do which one first?
Convoluted Part 1.
Convoluted Part 1. All right, tell us a little bit about that song, and then we're gonna play it. You're gonna introduce it, and we're gonna play it. Just tell us a little bit about it.
I like vocabulary, so I always was reading dictionaries, thesauruses,
That's what we're gonna do.
encyclopedias, knowledgeable books, holy books, human body books.
Human body books?
Yeah, my ex used to give me this book, and it's called The Human Body. So I studied the human body, a lot of different terminologies that I never come across, and I just like to find out the meaning of them, to be able to prepositionally phrase the thought the way I want it.
Holy crap. Okay. All right.
But vocabulary is one of my main things when it comes. That's one of my super strengths when it comes to MCing or rapping or hip hopping. And I wanted to do something different from everybody else, even with the chopper rappers, because everybody like to chop. But it's a different way that I chop, and I wanted to come differently and approach it differently with vocabulary, not just rapping fast, not just about how many syllables I can use within one line or any of that. I wanted to show my true educational brain that I have. So that was one reason why that came about.
Okay. All right, your song, you introduce it, go right ahead.
Deen Akbar, the rap god. Convoluted Part 1. I got a video for it. Shout out to my broski Trent Reese Films. He shot the video for me. Shout out to my brother and my manager and my producer and everybody that was a part of that demonstration. This Part 1. Go subscribe to YouTube. Check out the video and the other ones I got. Let's go.
Yeah. The chat is out of control.
Man, I ain't thought I was gonna come with some fugazi shit. Deen Akbar. I know me better than that nigga. All real.
Man, it's serious of passion, blessing the esophagus, soon and spitting like an automatic bamboozle the consciousness. I got the vocabulary and the rhythm in every sentence. I know how to put it together and use it properly. It can't another compare me when you put the muscle to play with me. I'ma treat them like an onion, I'm popping them. Soon as I'm up the bed and I get it, I'ma be chillin', walking the home plate, cause I'm knocking the ball at the ball. Yes, I'm my dog, strap with the tools I'ma use out of the blue. This is the kind of intricate fuse. This is on my proper use. This is convoluted like a revolution. I be making niggas wanna just move. If you don't like me, then you can swallow and catch a hollow. When I'm full of alkaline, juggle water like a baby bottle. Hustle the work, no matter the form I get it, I'm investing to see the benefits of reaping the bottom of model. Got a couple of black stones, backbones. If a nigga disrespect, then I'ma get his cap blown. This only the minimum without the minimum, and I be killing these niggas unknowingly up on a rap song. With this method that I'm on, it's like I pop the purpose and I'm working the flesh. I'm a disease and I'm head blown. Exercising the brain, cause it's a muscle. I put you right in the bubble, murder your structure when the track on. Me and you are not even perpendicular. Niggas cannot be serious, like I'm not the average or particular. If he think he on the level to bring him in, then I'ma crush him like a can of soda. Every line I be venomous. This is that take your time rap. Hotter than a habanero pepper. Everybody love the way I do it. I gave you intricate first a couple of versions. The reason you not rapping right is because I'm making it. But never from rapping or I'm making music, I'm intuitively attuned, making it convoluted. And I don't know the top out the views in the room is defecated in the studio. It's smelling like a sewer of manure. Snatches your credibility for all that you doing. They don't even care about what they be writing in their music. When they get in the gang, I'm rolling the Buddha. But I don't see these rappers getting nowhere when I'm around without making it cool. But never from rapping or I'm making music, I'm intuitively attuned, making it convoluted. And I don't know the top out the views in the room is defecated in the studio. It's smelling like a sewer of manure. Snatches your credibility for all that you doing. They don't even care about what they be writing in their music. When they get in the gang, I'm rolling the Buddha. But I don't see these rappers getting nowhere. People are mad, they not even worried about it. They say, Danny, you got it. But every now and then you gotta remind them with the light you can blind them. So I bring them out of the dark before I depart them all to display their demise. If I make it convoluted bars, get tossed like cigarette booties. Fucking with me, then I wouldn't even advise. Only haven't been evaded in the situation, tapping in and out of dimensions. Utilize on my guard. Spartan in the dome as if it was a comet. I created the concoction that I murdered your confidence. I'm on another vertical. See, I'm out your climate. Flow is astonishing like I graduated out of college. And I got a couple of masters. Niggas couldn't even fuck with the rapping pattern because I'm only rapping with matters out the kitchen and I'll be whipping the batter. I put a clip in the data that they be in oblivion. I'm like Paulie Soprano with playing Joe. Stacking all my dollars like it wasn't every band grow. Getting every nervous system up in your body. All my verses worth of Bugatti. I'm out of Supermonkey. None of the rockatory up in my category. All these rappers they bore me and every song is repetitive. They're bad for urgency. Up on my chronicles never drawn in diabolical forms cause they negative. Take it from a street nigga that survived. Arrived in the environment. Shiesty and grind me. When niggas are back though you would not even mind. That every rapper's designed in the man in the perfect alignment. This is that take your time rap. I'm hotter than the habanero pepper. Everybody love the way I do. I get you first a couple of verses. The reason you not rapping right is because I'm making it convoluted. But if we're rapping or making music, I'm intuitively attuned to making it convoluted. And I don't know the top about the vision. The room is defecated in the studio. It's smelling like a sewer. Snatching your credibility for all that you're doing. They don't even care about what they be writing in their music. With the yin and the yang, rolling the Buddha. But I don't see these rappers getting nowhere when I'm around with them making improvements. Whenever we're rapping or making music, I'm intuitively attuned to making it convoluted. And I don't know the top about the vision. The room is defecated in the studio. It's smelling like a sewer. I'm a manure. Snatching your credibility for all that you're doing. They don't even care about what they be writing in their music. With the yin and the yang, I'm rolling the Buddha. But I don't see these rappers getting nowhere when I'm around with them making improvements.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we are back. All right, Stace. What'd you think?
I'm just like impressed. There's no way my lips and mouth could move that fast. Saying words.
And saying
I was like,
big
and then
people
for it
words.
to like be able to understand each and
Yeah,
every
you can understand
word.
everything he's saying. Every single thing.
How the fuck do you breathe?
Yeah, how do you breathe?
That?
How do you breathe? Do you practice that?
I actually practice panorama breathing.
What's panorama breathing?
Panorama breathing is methods to get your wind together. Especially like auctioneers use this more so all the time too.
Yeah.
So I used to watch a lot of auctioneers and just used to watch how they get everything out of me.
For slaves or like furniture and stuff.
No. You know what I'm saying? No, not for slavery. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother different drawing. But you know, like just period when they go to auctions, like for cars and
To
you know
even
what I'm saying,
think of
different
that
things of that
about
nature.
auctioneers, like to even think of that. Like,
Yeah.
what else? Who else did you study besides Twister? Besides auctioneers, did you study anybody else?
Twister, Busy Bone, Tech Nine, Eminem.
Yeah.
Immortal Technique. It's a lot of different chopper artists out here, but Twister and Busy Bone was the main two that I drew to.
Okay.
So like considering yours is like super legible, how do you feel like when other people go up there and like they try to do like the whole fast rap and all that stuff, but you can't understand a fucking word they're saying, it's just mumble?
The words got to roll off the tongue perfectly. So I feel like if your tongue speed ain't there and them words not rolling off correctly, then, and especially if you ain't found your own rhythm or found your own cadence about it, because it's not about just rapping fast. It's a method to everything, and that's definitely an intricate method. So you gotta have cadence, you gotta have vocabulary, you gotta have rhythm, you gotta know how many syllables to put within one line to make the bar fit each rhythm of the beat, and it's just a lot that come with that. So for the ones that's rapping fast, I feel like they should listen to a lot of the ones that came before us and started this. That way they could get an understanding and the essence of it.
So like do you judge the bad mumble rappers?
No. You'd have called me back when I was Chaos, you know what I'm saying? You'd have called a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? I never liked it rappers.
Why?
I don't like fake rappers. I don't like people who don't care about what they recite. I don't care to listen to it, but I have an understanding later on in life becoming Muslim and learning life and going through these trials and tribulations and throughout losing people, and it's a lot of things that I noticed that ones won't get back. So life will make you realize and understand and remove that veil of self.
Where do you get your beats from?
Everywhere. And I also got an engineer as well, producer. Shout out to Ish made the beat. He's one of the engineers and one of the producers of the Camper Man, and he makes thousands of beats. So we got a lot of work in progress right now as I speak. And next year, 2023, we planning on coming right out the gate. But I get my beats from everywhere. Like I jack beats, I take beats and make them mine. I don't even
You
sometimes.
steal beats?
Sometimes what?
People steal beats.
Hell yeah.
I know. This is a new.
I'm
This is a
taking
thing.
your
I
beat.
steal them and
You're
sell
gonna take
them.
my beat?
Yeah.
Okay, you can't take his
Because
beats back there.
another reason I don't really listen to rap like that, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't really be knowing all these new rappers and I don't be knowing who beats be who. So I just take
But
whatever.
are you buying them? Are you leasing them, or what? Are you
I
just...
lease most of them and
Okay.
I take most of the beats and just self promote and
Okay.
just do my thing up on them.
Okay, so you're not buying anything.
Yeah, I'm buying everything.
You're buying them. Okay.
Not buying everything, but
Okay.
I'm buying leases to majority of the beats
Okay.
that I know that's gonna get me to where I need to be.
Okay. Well, if you need another producer, if you need another, like that guy back there, see that guy, the red shirt, that dude, that guy, right, is a mad scientist. So if you need beats, he's got you.
I don't mind checking this art and this craft
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
That's alright.
It's alright. He's alright.
Yeah, I'm not a judgmental artist. Everybody
good.
got a story and everybody got something to talk about.
Can you rap to any beat, even if it's
I
trash?
can rap to whatever you want
Anything.
me to rap to. You got a song you want to walk your dog, I got a song for that.
Damn, Stacy.
If you taking a
we
bath,
need
I
a
got a
theme
song for that.
We're gonna get a determined radio rap theme song from the rap god or something. We'll make
Then
him do something.
we'll
I give
die
you
trying to
whatever
repeat.
you want.
Yeah, we'll never be able to repeat it. Never. That's never gonna happen.
I don't only chop. I don't only chop. You know,
No,
I
you know
slow it
what?
down.
I was like, I stalk a little bit when I have an interview.
A
So,
lot bit.
A lot of
Okay.
it. And I like the fact that you have videos that are actually like it's slower. You're slower. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were performing, it was even faster than this song.
Correct.
So when he's actually doing this video or whatever, I noticed I'm like, okay, he was a lot slower doing his videos.
Like
So that's-
mentally or like the speed
No,
of
the
sound?
speed of his sound.
Okay.
Yeah, speed.
When he was performing,
I knew what she was talking about.
we were all like, nobody moved. Nobody moved except when everybody got up. Like it was crazy fast. It would have been only a little bit better. The only critique I had, which wasn't you, it was the mic. Their mic sucked. But
Everywhere that
yeah,
not everywhere.
you should bring your own
majority
mic to
places
stuff.
that I go,
You need to
I
do
run
it
into
yourself. You should bring your own shit.
that. I have my own
Yeah, you should
microphone,
bring
and I
it.
definitely have my
You
own
need to bring it to
microphone
shows
settings.
because 9
wireless.
times out of 10, you know those mics suck.
You know, my big brother, shout out to
Yeah.
Cortez, he with me, you know what I'm saying? That's the one who helped me bring my idea to life.
Yeah.
I actually just bought one like at the beginning of the year maybe,
Just
so
bring it to shows.
he always let me know like, hey, start plugging this up and using it, you know what I mean? Put
Yeah,
it
you
to
should.
use it, utilize
You
it.
should, because as good as it was, and it was really good, I know that it would have been better with a better mic. You know what I'm saying? Because of my
Correct.
ear. But that's
Correct.
what I'm saying. He's right. You should start bringing your own mic, especially you.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody else, no offense, but especially you because of how you rap. You should have your own mic for sure. So it's
Correct.
crystal as clear as it was just now. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna start
Yeah,
doing
I
that.
think you should. I'm gonna help you out there, Cortez. I got you. He's gonna bring his mic with him. And if he doesn't, as the
Please,
manager, you just bring
jeez.
it with him, or you remind him 500,000 times. You know, babysit that situation.
500
Let's talk a little bit
Leave him
about.
in
So
the car.
you're under man. What type of manager? You're under management, obviously, right? You want to talk a little bit about your manager?
He's actually my big brother, and we known each other for 10 years plus.
Okay.
And one of the brothers that's known him, that I've met later on in life, he found out that I make music. He used to come to my area, come to my block where I be at, and he wanted me to link in with him. He told him to link in with him to see what he got for you, and then that's when I met him, and that's when I met Ish and found out that he had a studio. Shout out to Broken Home Records. I started recording in there ever since, and when I linked in with Cortez, it was a lot of connections and a lot of things that he knew about getting into the game, but he just wasn't into the industry masses wise.
Okay.
So my thought from when I met him was we gonna be in the game, and he knew a lot, and I said, you then they're gonna be my manager. You know what I'm saying? But this is my big brother, you know what I'm saying, and he helped me get to where I'm at right now, and we grow together, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot that we teach each other.
I want to bring in the manager. Can we do that? Can
That's
we
no
bring in the
problem.
manager? Would he care if he slid into this interview real quick?
Come on over there, bro.
We're gonna have you slide in real quick because I just got a couple questions for you. As the manager, is he the only one, or do you have more people on your
It's
team?
a
Can we
bunch of
sit
it's a
in?
bunch of us.
No, I just want to talk about this.
But me and him work the most out of everybody.
Okay, okay. So why did you decide? Why did you decide on Rap God over here on Deen Akbar? What made you decide that this guy? I need to grab this guy.
He bullied me into it.
He bullied you.
He
You know that
bullied
doesn't
me
really
into
kind of
it.
surprise me.
Correct.
feel
I
like.
definitely did.
You
He
did.
basically told me I was gonna be his manager, and
That happened to me.
well, first I rolled down on him and I gave him a camera. They lost it.
Hey, that ain't my
Wait,
fault.
wait,
I ain't
what?
snitching and saying no
Wait,
names.
what?
But look, you know who got that camera, and I knew nothing about it. So I'ma tell the truth, and I'ma roast myself before anybody try to talk.
Then a couple years later, he was like, "All right, no, I'm serious. I'm serious about this, you know." And I was like, "All right, let's work on the images, some ideas, some branding, some merch, some business cards, stuff like that." So knock those things out, website, and started selling the merch, doing the shows, selling tickets to the shows, winning contests, and so far so good.
So how did you know how to help him out on the business part so fast? Were you a manager prior?
No, I'm a marketing manager. I do design and I manage teams. So I just design the stuff, whatever pop in my head, make the merch.
He makes the merch. Okay. So you're obviously selling it at every show that you go to. You have, get.
DeenAkbar.com,
Yeah.
GoShowLive.com.
Yeah. But I mean, at shows, you bringing it to shows
Every time.
every time. Yeah.
I never not sport my brand, or I never not wear my brand.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good.
Even if it's a book bag or face mask, I don't care what it is.
You have all of
gonna
that?
see.
What kind of stuff do
Got
you have?
all of that.
What do you have?
Coffee mugs.
What?
Whatever
mugs?
Whatever you looking for. You looking to get everything in stock, everything Deen Akbar, everything Rap God, Go Show Live, God Body Sources.
Okay.
I know where I'm buying my next white wine
Appreciate that,
glass.
Cortez.
You know you're getting your next wine
My
glass.
next white wine glass.
Shout out to everybody in the comments, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
I love
all the fire
everybody in the
emojis, the
comments.
flowers. Appreciate it. Humbly
Yeah, that's
appreciate
right. I
it,
knew
Joe.
this is gonna be a wild one. So let me ask. So what is your main goal? Like, where do you see yourself? Like, do you want to be like at Madison Square Garden? Like, what is the big goal for you?
I want to be that MC that changed the world and sparked the brain.
Ooh, I love that.
I want to teach. I want to be able to guide people out their trials and tribulations because I know the purpose why Allah put me here. My purpose is a lot bigger than what I think and what I feel. And rapping is just my strongest aptitude to be able to demonstrate that. So rapping is always going to be one of the greatest things that I love, but I definitely see myself on top of where Master P is at. Because that's my biggest influence when it comes to mobile, entrepreneurship, how to brand yourself, how to market yourself, how to put together a team, because I want to have my own label of
That was my
demigods.
next question. So you want to have your
Yeah,
own
I want to
label.
have my
That's-
own
yeah.
team. I want to have a bunch of demigods with me, because I'm an elder god now. I done came from that stage and I done been at that level. So now I'm at the top now, and I feel like my top chakra is gonna get me where I need to be. So that's my goal. To
That's
be
the
on
big
top.
goal. What's your goal right now? What's your goal for tomorrow?
To keep creating and keep working and keep putting leg work in. As much leg work as I put in, I'm gonna keep putting it into it. When I make it there, then I'm still be doing the same thing plus more. But I'm looking to be financially stable going into 2023 off of my music. And I'm looking to quit my jobs, and I'm looking forward to moving my mama out of Chicago and putting my peoples in position so they can start their own journey.
That's good.
Plan to be the generational curse breaker. So that's my goal before I die. And over 10,000 songs.
Over 10,000 songs. You want to have over 10? How many do you have now?
Right now recorded probably 700, close to 700, 800 some songs.
What about just written down?
Oh, millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
So you have 700 or 800. How many do you have? How many do you actually have out?
I actually have one album out and a bunch of singles.
Okay, so what are you sitting on? Why are you sitting on all this music?
Because as a shorty, when I started taking it serious at 13, I used to just make music in my house. I never knew about how to approach a record label. I never knew about how to go about marketing myself or branding or anything of that nature. I was just always great at creating these bars and letting people know that I'm better and being great at it and teaching at it. So I did that all the way up until I lost my pops, my uncle, my auntie, my job, my cousin, getting locked up the following year. everything that happened to me, you know what I'm saying? So everything that happened to me, it just made me be like, shit, it's time.
Yeah.
And that was 2 years ago. And me and my bro, Cortez, we started taking it seriously because I told him, your kid's gonna be straight when I make it.
And I bet he believes you too.
Yeah.
Do you believe him?
He act like, you know what I'm
He ain't
saying?
even
He
paying
a Leo
attention.
just like me, you know
He
what I'm
ain't
saying?
paying
His
attention to us.
birthday 4 days before mine, so
It
we
is?
always clashing.
You do? Yeah,
Oh,
I can see,
yeah.
because it's 2 lions.
Oh yeah.
Like, of
So,
course.
oh yeah.
Of
We
course.
big
that
cats,
can.
you know what I'm saying?
We're big cats.
But I think that's kind of the reason why we connect the way we do, you know what I'm saying, at the
Yeah.
same time. So we know each other right off the back of our hand.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna perform your last song, but before you do, my last question to you is: I want to know what you think about the support here in Chicago. If there's ever gonna be any, do you think there's ever gonna be unity within Chicago artists?
To be honest,
Definitely be honest.
I don't think so. I don't think it'll ever be unity. I don't think we're gonna ever have a self-destruction, anything of that nature, unless it's people like me. And if they feel the way I feel about life itself, beyond the music, and they want to intertwine that with that lifestyle and with that path and journey that we all walk together, then I feel like it'll be more unity. And we need more resources out here.
Yeah, that's.
We got a lot of resources out here, but a lot of people don't take them. But you know, I know both sides of the coin.
But do you think that has to do with like that whole South Side, West Side thing?
I feel like we've been neglected since the beginning once the West Side made it. As much as I love the West Side, I love the West Side, I love the East Side, and I love the North. But I'm born and raised from the South Side.
Right.
So I represent where I'm from, and it's a different culture where I'm from. We all getting murdered everywhere, people dying everywhere, everything happening everywhere. But on my end, I felt like common sense was the only one.
Yeah.
And nobody tagged into him. Everybody just knew Twister, Psychodrama, Do or Die, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew out West because that's the foundation of who put the city on. But Southside is not really talked about until you hear Chief Keef and Lil Durk and all of the bros. Now that you hear G Herbo and everybody that's a part of it.
Yeah.
But it's a different thing with me. I got a message and I got something to say. And when I rap, I make people want to tell their own life. So if I can influence you to do that, then yeah, Southside been neglected, and I represent the city, but I'm from the South.
All of your music is true.
Everything is true.
Every single thing.
Everything. I don't know how to.
All of your stories.
I don't know how to be
I
fake.
love that. I love that. I like when it's real.
I don't know how to be fake.
That's good.
I don't know how to not tell the truth. I was disciplined by a real father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he had these teachers that he passed down to me, and I didn't internalize them and intake them until he passed away. So I feel like it's another version of my papa. It's just me all over. It's another him. It's me. Mm-hmm. So everything is real that you get. You're never gonna hear a lie. I'm not gonna mislead nobody, miseducate nobody, or anything of that nature.
See, Felice, that takes away the question you told me to ask him.
Which is what?
If he writes all his own music.
Oh, of course.
He just answered it.
Right. Yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
He's reading
I write all my own
encyclopedias
music.
and body books. I'm like.
I actually was
people?
ghostwriting for a time in life as a shorty. I used to ghostwrite for my cousin, a couple of the guys.
You're not right now, or you are?
Right now?
Yeah, are you doing any ghostwriting right now?
Oh yeah, I'm still ghostwriting.
Good.
Yeah, I'm ghostwriting for my cousin, for R&B singers, for hip hoppers, for metalheads. Shout out to my nephew Jalen Hayabusa. He a metalhead, and that's how I got tuned that side of music genre. So
what's a metalhead?
It's just another genre of music. You know, if you listen to black metal, dark metal, Slayer, Slipknot.
Okay, I was thinking that, but then I wasn't.
Slipknot and all of them. You got a lot of great legends. You know what I'm saying? Under the
So it's shocking that they're still alive. Some of them, but okay.
Yeah, they I know the story behind that through my nephew. So
that's cool.
Different. What was the question again?
It was about support, just support in Chicago. You
support Chicago,
there's support in Chicago.
So yeah, I believe
I feel like you probably get a lot of support. Do you get a lot of support? I feel like because of how you rap, people are drawn to you, and I feel like it helps you get more support. versus a regular artist. Am I wrong or am I right?
No, you're correct. You're
Yeah.
not erroneous.
Yeah.
I do get a lot of support, but it don't be just off of the music when I perform on stage. When they get to walk up to me in person and have a conversation with me for 5 minutes and
Yeah.
get to know where my brain
Oh, I couldn't
pattern is
wait.
at,
Yeah.
then that makes it even more comfortable for them to just accept me.
Yeah.
Because you know
You
ain't
draw
gonna find
people
too
in.
many
You
purists.
definitely draw people in to just come up to you because I was just like, I'm just gonna go up to them, like, and I don't normally do that, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go up to them. Okay. Not like, you know what I mean, like.
I'm humbly
Yeah.
appreciated.
No, yeah, definitely. And I saw people coming up to you, and people are like, "What's your Instagram?" Like, it was nonstop. Like, you're a little celebrity.
Yeah.
He's like a whole celebrity out there doing his thing, you know. That's gotta feel
Yeah.
amazing. That's gotta feel amazing for you.
Yeah, it do feel good.
Yeah.
It feels.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, I actually got 4 shows lined up
okay.
right now. We doing the 11/11 Go Show Live.
Okay.
It's currently still in the process right now, so I'm gonna keep everybody attuned with that. We got the 11/11 Go Show Live. Then I'm entering this competition to open up a Busy Bone
Cool.
on the Spitting Bars on November the 27th. Once I win that competition, then I'll be heading to Cleveland, Ohio on December the 3rd. That'll be the 3rd one. Then I actually have one the day before that on December the 2nd. Shout out to Keisha Cautious. Put a whole group together, group chat of all of the MCs, FMCs. So I'm giving my charity tour,
Very cool.
giving them my
Very
flowers. So
Yeah,
I
I
got
lo-
4
I
more
love that.
shows this year.
Did you hear what he said?
The cherry.
No, not just that, but he's doing the Busy Bone, the contest. He's like, and then I'll win that, and then I'm gonna be going. Like, he already knows he's gonna win. Like, I love that attitude. That's the attitude.
Yeah.
That's the attitude you need to
I
have. But he's
always-
humble about it at the same time.
I always come with that attitude.
Yeah, and as you should. As you should.
I was intentionally winning on Twister, but I didn't. My heart was still pounding, so I didn't know, and I know how biased this game could be and how biased people could be towards real hip hoppers, and they got the message and that's doing every single thing and every concept in every lane. So I know how biased it could be, but when I won, I went there and did it. And for this one, I gotta win because it's these two of my favorite choppers. I gotta meet Busy Bone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna meet Busy Bone, and I have to win, and it's gonna happen.
Yep.
So, like, have you ever performed at, like, some show that you just knew was rigged? Like,
Plenty of them.
Yeah.
how do you handle that?
I just don't show up to their functions no more.
Right.
I just
Yep.
separate myself from the equation.
Mhm.
So I don't like dealing with drama.
Mhm.
I don't like dealing with no type of negative energy. I'd have made it too far to even put my time into it.
It's good. It's a good way to be. It's a good way to be. Well, he's going to perform his song called Flowers. Before we do, tell us a little bit about the song. Then I want you to tell everybody where they can find you on social media, and then you're going to perform.
Okay. Pardon, let me take a sip of this Gatorade. You know, I
He's
be
like,
on
'cause I'm gonna have
stage,
to
you know what I'm saying? I be having like 20 water bottles, so you know.
Here, don't drink that. Have some of this.
I could imagine.
If I drink, I would. But I don't drink though. You know, I'd rather you enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have my blunt rolled though, you feel me?
Exactly.
Sounds like Muhammad to me.
So
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Flowers.
Flowers, I just wanted to get the message out there in a way that people have these thoughts about people not giving each other flowers until you die. It all started with Tupac, Biggie, and a lot of great people, Malcolm X. I can go deeper, Marcus Garvey, the Prophets, and I can just go down the line, but I'm gonna keep it in present. So people don't talk about nobody giving them flowers or dedicating or appreciating them while they're here until they're gone. So I wanted to get that message out in a way that nobody got it out, and I wanted to do it in my own form. And I thought about my life as well. People never gave me flowers. I thought about when I go on stage and it'd be certain people that just don't draw to me. It don't be because they don't, I'm whack or nothing, because I'm definitely not whack.
Definitely not whack.
You know what I'm saying? The energy is just different, and it's jealousy and envy within themselves, but sometimes it be unknowingly. But I know about that too. So flowers is something that I wanted to get off before my time even come. That was something that came strictly from the heart, and I thought about everything, and I said I needed to do it the right way. You got a lot of people that call their songs roses, bouquets, whatever it is, but you know what I'm saying? But I said flowers.
Black-eyed
And
Susan.
I see people in caskets, you know, people walk up to them and they put flowers up on them. You know what I'm saying? They put weed flowers up on them. Anything that deals with a flower from the earth, they put that on them. And I used to look at that and be like, He dead though. Why y'all wait until right now?
Mm.
So that's something specifically I wanted to get out that way. And it just came to me.
All right, tell everybody your social media.
Y'all can find me on all platforms. Deen Akbar, DEENAKBAR, Rap God. On Instagram, that's all one word. Facebook, you can find me at Deen Akbar as well. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. I got my own channel with my own videos, and I upload all my performances that I do. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Spotify, Apple, whatever platform you got, just type in Deen Akbar, and you'll find me.
All right, we're gonna have him perform. Go ahead and introduce it. I'm gonna grab you.
Bad.